How'd first day go?
It was good. I mean, it feels like it was a long time since Tulsa. I think the guys wanted to get that taste out of our mouths. Just fly around, turn the page. So that was really good.
Yeah, obviously you guys had the chance to go play in a bowl game, and then obviously it was taken away. I guess just how hard was that, especially after the Tulsa game? Looking forward to kind of, get on that right path at the end there.
Yeah, we really wanted to play the bowl, but things happen. So we were really disappointed. We were ready to play. We wanted to go up to Boston, get the experience, and come home with another win, but it didn't happen. So we moved forward, and the new coaching staff knew everybody around, and kind of left that in the past and focused on today, really.
I know when you transferred here, obviously, Lincoln Riley to Garrett Riley, you had obviously a pretty familiarity with the Riley kind of offense. Now it's a new coaching staff. I guess, can you kind of take me through just learning a new offense and just kind of what that entailed this offseason?
So, yeah, I haven't learned a new offense since I was a freshman in college, so 4 years ago. And it's been really fun, actually. I was a little hesitant because it was just so familiar to me, the last offense. But, today I think we looked really good for first day in a new offense. But it's been really fun learning something new perspective, new offensive mind, and it's been fun.
How much of the new system that you're learning is scheme changes, and how much is simply terminology for things you'd already been doing?
A lot of it is just terminology, really. Different perspective, how they see things, how they read things, how they think about defenses. That's a little bit different, but a lot of it is just terminology.
When you talk about the way last season ended, the Tulsa loss and then the bowl disappearing on you, was it harder to dive back into the offseason program with that kind of an ending?
No, it was much easier because, I thought it was much easier because we just had such a bad taste in our mouths of how it kind of ended and how disappointed we were in our finish. And whenever something like that happens, like for me, it's when can I get back to work? When can I get that out of my head and focus on something new, which was starting spring ball with this new staff.
We obviously didn't get a chance to do like a end of season interview with you, but how do you think last season, when obviously it was your first year as a full-time starter, school record, touchdown passes, how do you think just last season?
I had a blast. Obviously the first 8 weeks were a lot more fun because we're winning. Losing was not fun. But like you said, broke records here, established myself. I was a captain. I was really proud of that. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with those guys. A lot of the guys that were on that team are coming back, and I think it's just going to be equally as fun, if not more, if we can go win a championship.
You mentioned a lot of guys are back, but 3 guys you threw a lot of passes to were working out in Indy the other day. Yeah. Just what's it been like? Rashid's now on the outside now. What's it been like kind of getting used to a new group of receivers, or just receivers that are going to have to step up?
Yeah, so when you look back at for example, Reggie and Danny, they're both really fast, really good route runners, and so are the new guys on the outside here. But what Rashid and Bo and Curley and Goffney, what they kind of present, Calvin too, they have a little bit bigger bodies, a little bit strong, a little bit more physical, and they can do some things really well that Reggie and Danny couldn't do as well, just because they didn't weigh as much. They weren't as strong, but they were really fast and really good route runners. Their strengths were just in different places, and so it's been cool to see.
Rashid looks a lot bigger to us, just since the last time we saw him. And he said he actually lost weight but put on muscle. He made a couple back shoulder plays that were just kind of strength oriented. I guess what's it been like to see him kind of really bulk up into the outside kind of strong receiver? It looks to be.
I don't know the stats, but for receivers last year, I think he was top 5 for yards after catch, just because how strong he is, how good of a ball carrier he is. But whenever you put him on the outside and you get man coverage with a corner, and he can use that strength, he can do a lot of things really well. And, it's going to be really fun.
You've mentioned that group of receivers, and obviously you work out with them every day. From a physical conditioning standpoint, who made a big jump? Who stood out to you over the offseason?
Man, a lot of them, a lot of guys. It's a different strength staff, different ways of doing things. But like he said, Rashid cleaned over 300 pounds a couple days ago, which was really impressive. I've only been around Bo for 3 months, but he's extremely strong too. He's going to be really physical on the outside for us too. And I mean Curly's really strong, really explosive. He's really quiet and shut off, so y'all don't see as much of him like on social media and stuff. But that guy is extremely strong. I don't know what he cleaned the other day, but I know last year he cleaned almost 300. So I'm sure he got close to or over 300 this time. I think they all kind of took a personal initiative to kill the weight room, get really good in the weight room, and I think it's going to pay off.
You're obviously familiar with Curly and Rashod, Wiggins, those guys, but when you have a new guy come in like Bo or the freshman in the fall, do you spend extra time with them, get extra work with them to try to accelerate the chemistry development?
Yeah, definitely, especially when a guy has played that much ball. It's really easy to talk to him about expectations, feeling things out, how he's seeing things because he's so knowledgeable with it already. But definitely trying to get just on the same page and build chemistry that hasn't been there since he hasn't been here for very long.
Danny ran a 4.3 yesterday. Does that surprise you at all, or was that cool?
Not at all. Yeah. Not at all. I thought he might get in the 4.2s, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's impressive, extremely. I was really happy to see him do well.
What's Coach Brewer like as a teacher?
He's cool. He's young. He's really energetic. You can tell he loves his job. He's been a lot of different places. He's been under Rhett's offense for a really long time, and he's really knowledgeable about what's going on and how we're going to do it. So, yeah, it's been really good.